bring up one concern, something specific that you're trying to understand or resolve. But before long, the conversation starts turning back on you. Now they're talking about your tone, your reactions, or the way you handled something. You try to stay focused on what you originally brought up, but something about the conversation has already shifted. Now you're defending yourself instead of discussing the issue, and for a moment you may lose your train of thought. You may notice yourself trying to bring the conversation back, trying to explain that this was not what you were talking about. Your body may sense the shift before your mind explains it. You may feel mentally scrambled while trying to stay calm and clear. You may recognize the moment when your concern is no longer the focus. Now the focus is on you instead. Some people describe this as a narcissistic communication pattern when it happens repeatedly. Not because every disagreement is narcissism, but because the interaction can begin organizing around one person's position while the other person's concern starts losing space. What this often does is redirect the conversation from the issue you were trying to discuss to your behavior, your reactions, or your supposed mistakes instead. If the original concern is fully explored, clarity has a chance to form. If the focus keeps turning back on you, that clarity never fully develops. The interaction starts moving where they want it to go. Your concern begins to lose space, and the conversation ends without resolving what you brought up. It can feel like you're losing the conversation, not because your point was weak, but because the conversation stopped being about your point. Over time, this can feel emotionally exhausting. You may walk away wondering how your concern disappeared so quickly. Anyone can feel confused in a conversation that keeps changing direction. Many people respond to this by explaining more, apologizing, or trying harder to sound reasonable. But the more they defend themselves, the less space remains for the original concern. In healthy conflict, the goal is understanding the issue, not replacing it with criticism of the person who raised it. Healthy conversations stay with the concern long enough to create understanding. Healthy conversations address the issue, not replace it with blame. If this happens once, it may be misunderstanding, but when it repeats, a pattern can form. Feeling confused afterward can be information, not failure. Your confusion may be telling you something important about how the interaction keeps moving away from what you were trying to resolve. Recognizing this can bring clarity, because it helps explain why your concerns keep getting redirected into conversations about you instead. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what's happening and trust yourself again. And when conversations unfold this way, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we're going to explain why you feel like you have to prove everything during conflict, and how that pattern keeps the conversation from resolving. Click here to watch.